pictures are on Yelp. Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
Babe, 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
You think so?
subject. I think
Welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. Here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Whether you're listening to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1, shoot me an email Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, how are we living?
I'm good. What's up?
Man, question of the day, and I'll get to your answer later, but I want to know if what a man posts on social media dictates if he's going to be in a relationship or not with the woman. Hold on to that. Let's get into the questions. Let's get into the women, and let me hit my first caller up right now. Bring that up.
Complicated. Hello?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Anyway, Jess, I'm here with my boy Coy. Coy, say what's up, Jess.
What's up, Jess?
Oh, Coy. Long time no talk.
All right, question of the day. I'm asking you because I know you have a lot of homegirls, and I know they would probably use you for their FBI and detective work, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
exactly. None of you girls ever know what I'm talking about. But dude, let me ask you this. Does how a man posts on social media dictate whether a woman wants to be with him in a relationship or not?
I think yes.
Oof.
For sure. I think
Why?
because it kind of gives you a little bit of insight on like how that person acts when they're in the presence of their social media versus like how they used to say how guys act around their guy friends. Like if you're going to act a fool on social media, then you probably act a fool around your friends.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't think about that aspect of it, but that could be partially true. Like, I mean, what if what else
are girls supposed to take from it? You know,
Yeah,
especially if they don't know you.
Yeah, true, 100%. Like, now let me ask you this: does a girl first go to the guy's social when she gets it and start snooping?
I feel like anytime you start messing with anybody, that you should check their social media.
Damn.
Because there's been a lot of conversations that we've had where girls are like, oh yeah, like this guy hit me up, but then I was going through his photos and like he has a whole ass girlfriend.
Oh yeah. Damn. So you think that's just like automatic? Like that's like number one automatic, hit the socials, see what he's about, see how he acts on social media.
Yeah, I would definitely say yes, because I feel like every girl I know that's ever been interested in anybody is like, oh, who's he friends with? Do we have mutual friends? Like, what's he post? Or what's he like? Yeah. Or what's he tagged in? That's another big one. I don't think people realize what they're tagged in is. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
How do you turn that off?
Right? Where's that feature button? I think like that's a huge thing that people don't think about. But if you're tagged in a bunch of different photos with girls, then the girl that maybe likes you or is interested is going to be like, oh, okay, he's like really talks to all these females.
I can't help what I'm tagged in.
Yeah, I can't help. I can't help who I know.
If I could take it off, I'd take it off.
Yeah, but it's not. It's,
you can't help what you're tagged in. Well,
can't help that. You know, I am who I am. Who I'm not, I'll never be. You know what I'm saying? No, okay. You can't say that. Okay, so let's let's then take everybody else out the equation and put me in there.
Okay.
A woman seeing me, I have a podcast, I send out merch, I know a lot of women, so I'm tagged in various of situations, even though I'm not there, or, you know, or it's just like a merch grab, or it's like a merch giveaway and stuff like that. How am I?
But
go ahead.
Still,
Yep.
it's still a situation. Like anybody who goes, okay, let's play devil's advocate here.
100%.
If I'm looking at your social media and I'm like, oh, I met this guy, I kind of like him. Like, I'm not sure. Let me look and see, like, what's he about or whatever. I'm going to be nosy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to your page. I'm going to see, okay, you have your own, you know, clothing, podcast. That's dope, whatever. He obviously caters, seems like a lot to women's clothing. So he gets a lot of people either buying this or whatever the case may be, promoting it. I'm going to know right then and there you have a lot of females you talk to. Whether they're friends, whether they're people you have dated, whether they're fans, it is what it is.
But you understand
so right there,
yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's not everybody. I feel like right there, a woman should know, like, either I'm going to be okay with this or I'm not. But then you guys also forget that a lot of women have that Bob, and I think we've talked about this before, they have that Bob the Builder complex. Oh, I can change him. Or maybe he won't talk to that many girls when we're dating or whatever.
Right, you got to cut that. You got to trim it down.
Yeah, and you can't do that. You have to go in knowing, like, maybe he will cut back or maybe he won't. But if he doesn't, I have to be okay with whichever happens.
My boy Jay Blaze told me, if you want a flower to grow, you got to water it and not cut it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel, you know, it's just a situation of, you see where I'm headed, you know where I'm going. But, okay, now let's take me out of it. The guy is, like, I guess my question is, if you see him as like, hey, my social media is just for fun and laughs, but he's posting raunchy stuff, can you see what a person likes?
You can see what a person likes, yes.
Oh, wow. So, do you think
because
women do that?
The thing is, you know what's funny is I realized
funny,
I find it funny that I didn't really pay attention to that for like a long time, and then the more accounts that I follow that are the same as you following them, like the more mutual account type of situation, if I go to like one that posts, for instance, I follow Fashion Nova. Yeah. So does my husband. Yeah. So when I go to Fashion Nova and I'm looking at stuff, it shows me who I know that liked it. And I never realized that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't. Post?
Right. It'll say like you and so and then like however many other people you know.
That is so unnecessary.
I don't really care. I don't care. To me, it doesn't really matter to me. But
first of all, you and your husband are 20 deep, right? Like, that's
for the single people, stop being nosy Instagram. You don't need to.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would still do that. I mean, I find it interesting when I'm looking. These are things that I notice, but they're not a huge deal to me. I'll notice certain friends like certain videos or certain things that pop up on my feed, and I'm like, oh, it's funny, so and so is watching this, or so and so even follows this account. Like,
not even follows the account, just goes on it and likes it.
I mean, and like it's funny because there's also the girls that are, you know, Insta famous, and they'll pop up my feed and I'll see them. And then, of course, I go to the photo, and there's certain guys that I'm friends with. It's like, oh, so-and-so like this. And I'm like, wow, shocker.
Too. Yeah. Chris and others like the picture. Like,
but I think it tells you a lot. I feel like you checking out somebody's social media as to what they post, who they're friends with, what they like, what accounts they follow. I feel like it's almost a briefing of a person.
Okay, facts. I like that.
I know that it's like a cliff note. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like a little cheat thing of like, these are some basics. And of course, you know, I definitely am one of those people that says, you are only going to know what I let you know. So if you want to base that off of my social media, that's on you. I've had someone tell me before, oh my God, I feel like all you do is go on vacation and go out. And I'm like, why? Because I post good, like, fun times on my social media. Like, what do you want me to post? Me sitting there doing bills? Like, I don't understand. So,
crunching numbers.
like, you kind of have to, right? Like, you, right? Like, what do you want? What? Like, me cleaning? But yeah, I just feel like you definitely have to take it into consideration, but you also have to be a grown up. You can't just be like, oh, that's all this person is. Then you're done because you're just going off of what they're posting.
Got it. Yep.
So you say it should be a chance, like, be open and give them a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's certain red flags. Again, if you see it, then I feel like as an adult, if that's a red flag for you, then pay attention to it and keep it moving. But don't say, oh, well, you know, like, for instance, like Chris was saying, oh, he has a lot of girlfriends. Well, I guess I'll still try. Like, what? No, you're just being an inconvenience to everybody at this point. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
What do they say? For me, what do they say? I love hard, but I'm hard to love.
Wow.
I can see that.
Go ahead.
Can I ask a related but unrelated? Like,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
when you first or any of your homegirls first meet a guy, is social media, is it exchange? Is that the norm right from the beginning, or is it still okay to just exchange numbers and text?
So
And who's gonna ask who first?
I've seen both. I've
Okay.
seen both. So I've seen where I've had girlfriends that are like, oh my God, yeah, I met this guy. And then, like, they found him on social media and they're like, look at this is like what he looks like and blah, blah, blah. And they're not friends yet.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Like, they'll start looking through their stuff. But then I've also had girlfriends that are like, oh, I met this guy. And I'm like, oh, what does he look like? Like, pull up his IG or whatever. And they're like, oh, I don't know his IG. Or my favorite is when a guy says, oh, I don't have social media.
That's my next question.
And
Is that
I'm
a red
like,
flag?
I feel like it is.
What if they don't have one really?
Yeah, it's like that. I don't even.
I feel like that's also a red
Right,
flag.
because the
If
excuse
you
is
lie
not to.
about it, or if you don't have one, I feel like it's a red flag.
So you have
Because
to
I
have one.
feel like, who are you hiding from, or what are you hiding from? Because I know I have enough guy friends to know this line of I either really don't have one or I'm not going to have a social media because then I have to be forced to post my girlfriend. No, I'm not doing that. So no. Either way, it's not a positive thing.
Why, like, isn't it more acceptable though? People our age don't have one. It's not
No.
like out of the
Dude, if
blue.
everybody-
It's not out of the blue if you meet a
Nah.
guy. You don't think so?
I think that's weird. I think you're either socially awkward, you're hiding something, or someone, like, it's weird that you don't have social media. Because I've actually met somebody at work who was like, oh, I heard you do tattoos. And I said, yes. And he said, oh, okay. I said, do you want me to give you my social, like, open your IG and I'll pull it up for you? And he was like, oh, well, I don't actually have IG. Like, I go on it, but I don't have my own profile.
It's
Like,
a burner account with no profile.
bro, what? Like, that's what I'm saying. So even if you don't have one, you're still using it.
I'm not grouping that guy with the guy who just doesn't have one because he's old. Like
I'm just saying, I feel like no matter what, it's a red flag.
it's all those guys talking the biggest shit
I
with
know.
on the burner accounts
I know.
too. Saying the most.
All right, Jess, we're going to let you go. I appreciate you.
Saying the most.
All right, then.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Coming with that racist shit or that reckless
Bro,
shit.
you reckless, dog. And I don't have them. See? And women say, if
don't
he doesn't
think that
have
should be
it,
penalized.
no,
I mean,
penalized for not
if I
having
don't
it.
got it.
Maddie, what up?
Nothing much. Scores.
That's good. How's party of 2 doing? Well, actually, party of 3, but you're party of 2 right now because I know my guy ain't home yet. So,
I'm exhausted.
Oof.
but I think that's per the usual.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. All right. So I'm here with Koi. Koi, so what's up, Maddie?
What's up? What's going on?
What up, Coy?
All right. First question. Now, if a guy doesn't have a social media, is that a red flag for women nowadays?
Nowadays,
Yes.
in general,
Yes.
yes.
See? Koi, we got that one straight out the way. All right. Next question. Does what he posts on social media dictate if a woman will date him or not?
I mean, in general or
In general.
in general, I mean, I would say yeah, just because,
Yep. Go ahead. I'm listening.
especially now,
Yeah.
your social media is essentially a resume to your life. Like,
Ooh. Hey, she cooking. She in the kitchen. Turn on the fans right now. Turn on the
Two
fans.
times you heard that now.
I know. I know.
everybody is posting their life. Like, what's the one thing everybody says? If it's not on Instagram, it didn't fucking happen.
Hey, Michelin. She getting that Michelin star right now, boy. She cooking.
Their lives. They're posting what they're eating, their diet, what they're drinking, what they do every second of every day.
That shit's crazy.
Or to work when they're mad at somebody at work. They're constantly posting every second of the day.
Yeah.
Why? Because people, especially today's generation, need validation.
Yeah, wow.
You know?
100%. No, I get you. Totally wild to me, but I get it. I 100% get it. Let me ask you another question. What if he says to a girl, because I feel like once one of your friends gets into a relationship, it immediately, the guy jumps in the group chat and everybody passes around his social and everybody does their own Magnum PI type of digging. And
Especially, yes.
yeah, see, 100%. They do. And let me ask you this. Do you look at their whole back life story and just be like, okay, this is who he is?
I mean, I would say, yeah, we use that as part of it.
Okay.
Women especially. Only because when did Facebook start? You know, how old are some of us?
Yeah.
And
facts.
so we go all the way back to the first post and be like, okay, who's this person? Oh, that's mom. Who's this person? That's a sister. Oh, who's this? This is an ex. Oh, is this tag? What happened? Do we know this? Blah, blah, blah. And everybody's tagged in everything. So we can figure things out. This is why women are so research. We notice everything.
Oh, we know. Oh, we know. So let me ask you this. It would behoove a guy to be acting up on IG knowing he's trying to find a woman.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. People who say, you know, be careful what you post on social media.
Yeah.
It's true, because even potential job sources, that's one place they're going to go. If you're all over your thing and you're getting shit-faced drunk, you know, that happened to a family member of mine, military. Did they retire and become a contractor? No, because they called out sick. And what were they doing? Boating. And they posted it all over social media and burned all.
Need
That's all it took.
to flex for the gram.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
That's wild.
it literally, social media is laying out your life. And again, it's a potential resume for a job, for a spouse, for a significant other, for whatever it may be. People are watching you. Everyone is watching you in your life on social media, no matter how stupid or how whatever, whether you're boasting or you're angry or whatever it may be. One single post can fuck up your whole life, or it can make your whole life.
Facts. It could, like you said, it could make it. I mean, you know what? You've
What?
She's hit it. No. I'm not. I can't even argue with. I can't even argue with
Even
everything
when
she's saying.
and they delete it. Who's to say somebody didn't take a snapshot of it on their phone?
Oh, yeah. No. So,
That somebody else doesn't have proof of it. It just says you deleted it on there doesn't
it's
mean
gone. Does
it's
not
gone.
mean it's gone.
Like the girls who have OnlyFans, and even if they grow out of it, married kids, all the shit is still up there.
Yeah, internet's forever, man.
Maddie, do you, like back in your heyday, or if any other girls have ever told you, is it a red flag if guys don't have social media? In this day and age.
In
she
this
said,
day,
yeah. She said yeah at the beginning.
Oh, she did. I'm sorry, I didn't even.
I mean, yeah, originally today's day and age, on average, yeah, I think it's most women think, or most people in general think it's a red flag because, like I said, it's a resume.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like why don't you have it? Oh,
Why do I
I'm
have to?
private. I don't da.
What about my job?
Yeah.
I can't have my job.
Okay,
Like
but your job
And
better
look-
have government security clearance.
Government.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, you're not supposed to have it. I get it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I'm talking to, then you're talking to a different type of person, and you could honestly tell by how they carry themselves. Like if they were to say, "Oh, I don't have social media," you'd be like, "Okay, I can understand why you don't."
Well, no, when you can get to know people like when you physically meet them in person, because like me, I met a total stranger online, and all I got were pictures on Tinder. Did I try to find him on Instagram? Yeah. Did he have any pictures? No. He on Facebook? Yeah, but there's like barely any pictures on there. My husband is not on social media, and yes, I married this man.
Yeah, but when you talk to him, like
he's not the type.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like,
sometimes I feel like I need to mail him a letter. Okay, like,
that's the difference between today's generation
100%.
and I'm not saying I'm not of the younger generation, but I grew up with the older generation. Both of us were raised that way, so we're very personable. We're not on our phones. We're not on social media because we'd rather be face to face with our friends, or we'd rather be in person talking on the phone than talk through or get catfished by some random fucking person. So, the difference between growing up when we did and growing up now. You have to be on social media. You see teenagers, just our nieces and nephews and whatever it may be, anybody who has social media, they post every second of their life.
Yeah, fast.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They post while they're in class. They post what they're listening to that second. They post, I'm on the toilet. It's ridiculous.
The old Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much.
Their phone is their best friend.
All right, Maddie, we're going to let you go. I appreciate you as always. Thank you. Actually, I do have to text you later. So, yeah, I'll hit you up later.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye, Maddie. Thank you.
Bye.
Later. Let's run one more before we get into our little discussion. Hey, what up? What are you up to?
Not much, just hanging out.
Nice. I'm here with Koi. Koi said, what's up to Miss K?
Miss K, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Hey.
All right, let me ask you this. I guess this is actually a great conversation for us to have with you because of the fact that you are in the dating scene. And
yes.
Does social media dictate if you're going to date this guy or not? Meaning what he posts on social media? Does that have an effect?
I feel like yes and no. Like I
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yes and no means no for us. I mean, yes and no means yes. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. But I'm so selective on who I allow on my social media. Like my Instagram is mostly my kids.
Right.
And so I am very, very, very selective as far as who I allow to follow me.
Right.
Like I will scope out their page 1,000%.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You will meet a guy and immediately scope out his page.
Oh, I stalk them.
Stumble him.
You heard what
he's
she
a public.
said. Did you hear what she said?
No, I stalk them.
Stalk them. See?
I sure the fuck do. I will get this person's phone number. Immediately, that is the first thing. I don't care if we meet on social media, an app, whatever. Give me your freaking phone number. I will search your phone number. Yep. I'm going to find out your first name, your last name, your middle name, your emails, everything. And I'm going to do a deep dive. From that, what I find, absolutely, I'm judging if this is somebody who I want to go on a date with. Because if you're posting shit online, that is literally for anybody and everybody to see.
Everybody.
100%.
And that doesn't go away.
Nope.
If you're posting dumb shit and you're being immature and stupid, I don't waste my time.
Yeah. How far back do you go? I need to know.
To the very beginning.
As far as she has time.
My God.
You see that mouse scroll past?
To the very fucking beginning.
Yeah, Simba, you see all this? All the
If there's available research to be done, then there's research to be done.
Yeah, there is no stone left unturned.
Damn.
When you meet a guy, do you obviously you say you're private, so you prefer probably not to exchange because you could just find it on your own, right? That's what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I told you.
Number two, I don't like that. Oh, okay,
Why don't you like that?
No. I didn't say I like that. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I've used people's phone numbers plenty of time to find what I need to look for. I don't think it should be linked to your social media. I think social media is different. It should not be linked to your phone number. I don't like when they give us suggestions of people I might know and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a reason we're not friends on social media. If you're in my suggested friends, there's a reason. Like I know you exist.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean I want to know you.
Yep.
Like,
Hey, I find people that suggested me, I just block them before you got to nip it in the bud before they get you.
oh my gosh, my friend was like a new coworker, and I'm very also selective on like coworkers being on my social media because there are some things I don't like people. I don't like people.
Thank you. Hey, let me explain something.
You don't need to know my personal life. You need to know the professional me. That's all
it.
you need to focus.
I'm here to make money,
to
not to make friends.
Yeah.
That's it.
You don't need to know how I post on Instagram, how much I hate people, and how I'm antisocial. Like, you don't need to know that.
Nobody needs to know that.
So, no, and so I'm so selective. But this one coworker was like, "Oh, I found you on Instagram and I sent you a friend request."
I found you,
and they say I sent you. Oh, that's got to be the worst.
That's the worst.
And I
found you on.
That's the worst.
But then because I'm so selective, I can use this excuse. I go, "Oh my gosh, I have hundreds of friend requests. I don't always see it." And then if they don't believe me, it's great because I have over like 500 just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, like unless I know that you're gonna like, I give you my social, and I tell them this. I'm like, unless I like give you my social and I'm expecting it, I won't go in there and like look for it.
Diabolical.
You know, I haven't updated my phone.
She's
Instagram's
diabolical.
acting up.
Yeah, she's diabolical. She's already thought of all the excuses she needs before they even come up to her. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. No, I mean, even though me and Coy met at work, we actually are on the same page about people at work. We don't hang out with them, period.
I just don't think you should mix. And I learned this the hard way.
Nope, I don't mix where I get my paycheck with where I have my fun, period.
Because even if like, there have been times like back when I was like bartending and serving, if I call out and I'm friends with certain people and then they see that maybe I called out because I wanted to go do something fun, they tell on me. 100%. And it's like, what the fuck? No. So now I'm just like, nope, if we work together, half the time I'm like, oh, I don't even use my social media.
See?
That's what I call them. I'm like, or it's just like, oh, it's just my kids. Which majority of it is.
I'm telling you guys, if you see somebody that suggested you and you don't want them to have anything to do with you, you just block them right from the beginning. You take action first. It's liberating.
Why? Because they can never find you.
Exactly. Then they can never find you.
Oh, really?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. Why are so many guys, why do you guys not have your like socials private? How come so many men keep their socials public? Because a lot of females, we keep ours private.
I don't know. I feel like it's even.
Well,
there's plenty of girls that are public too.
I don't know.
Those are probably not the girls you're dating, though.
Yeah, all mine are public. I mean, like, but I don't. But see, here's the thing too. I don't post myself.
Maybe guys
you might catch me in a story. You might catch me in a story, but you'll never catch me like actively like you'll never catch me in a selfie. Like
your socials are not social; they're so private.
Mine? No, mine are public.
No.
Public,
like they're private
related.
in the fact of like not.
They're not personal.
Putting yourself out there.
Yeah, they're not personal. Because I'm not looking for no girl on social media. Like I'm okay. I'm okay, bro. Like if we, if we happen to meet and catch a vibe, cool. Like, but like if you think I'm like, hey, what are you doing Saturday night on
like
Instagram?
you're sliding into DM. You're not.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I got more shit on my plate to worry about than to find out if you're free on Friday night. No offense. Like if I wanted to go grab a drink with my home, I'll grab a drink with my homegirls because at least I know I'm gonna enjoy the company on the one day I fucking have off.
Yep.
I always tell people like I think people have a misconception of me because of this podcast, and that's great, and I'm not mad at that because it teeters on what you see and what you don't see on the podcast and in my other social media. But I work a lot. And the one day I have off is not for you know, and I hate to say this, I'm not gonna wait. I don't want to even say waste it. I don't want to take a chance and use my one day off on something that could go terribly bad.
Yep.
Just no offense. I rather just,
No, I get it. I think I told that to you guys, like, when I go out with friends, like, when I would have my kid free time. Same thing. Like, I'm not going out to, like, go on a date. I'm going out to be with, like, my friends and to do something with quality.
Yeah, because this literally is my only full day off. Like, the last thing I'm trying to do is really, like, hey, like, let's go out and have dinner, and the dinner be, like, a fucking 7-car pile up that blocks the whole fucking freeway, and now I'm stuck here, and she's having the fucking time of her life, and I'm trying to figure out, should I drink myself to death and Uber home, or should I just cut my losses and just drive home, type of thing. So you know,
No, I get it.
but I mean, can I tell you, it's wild what people think that I do. Like, I hate that we read off subject about that, but it is honestly wild that the imaginations that my friends have, like, are I'm like, damn, like, who is that guy? Because I want to meet him.
That is so funny because, that's because I was just talking to somebody. Who was I talking to? And they were like, what do you even do? Like, on your free time? Like, what do you do? Like, they knew nothing about me. And I think it was, like, one of my old coworkers from my office. She's like, what do you do? She's like, I know nothing about you, and I'm with you all day at work. And I was like, you don't need to know anything about me.
Yeah. I'm here to make money, not to make friends. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Honey,
just like,
I'm here to make money.
and I just looked at her and I was like, why? Why does that matter? Like, why do you care?
Yeah. I'm here to make money.
Yeah.
All right, Miss K, we're going to let you go. I appreciate you as always.
Of course.
All right, take it easy.
Have a good night,
you.
buddy.
Later.
Bye.
I mean, yeah, bro, like, let me ask you this. Does social media play a factor for you?
Yeah, because, I mean, as much as you don't want to feel like you're judging somebody
100%,
but they're putting it out there.
Yeah, it's free information.
You could be the farthest from it, but you're still going to be able to gauge what type of person they are, what type of humor they have, what kind of dirty mind they have, what they're doing every night, if they're out every night, you know? Like, if you meet a girl and let's say you meet at a bar, you exchange, and all her story is just weekends of debauchery or whatever.
Yeah, or every weekend she's out of town.
Yeah,
Fine.
you can listen. She might be interested in you or whatever, but you already have a stain in your mind, like what she is and what she does, you know.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's prejudging, but at the same time, there's a lot of evidence there.
100%.
A lot of evidence.
100%.
But I also feel age has something to do with it too. Like,
100%.
okay, they were saying that it's a red flag that if a guy doesn't have social media. But, okay, at our age, we're pretty lucky to be young at heart, where we are still up on technology, social media and stuff.
Right.
There's people our age that are just family, kids, and never even sniff internet or social media and don't even know anything about it.
100%.
You can't hold that against them.
No, you can't. You can't. But once again, they're not out there fishing.
Yeah.
So
but at the same time, it's like the girls can't judge a guy by.
He's a family man. He's not there though.
Or just you know, if you're a girl, you talk to a guy, you could kind of see his demeanor. Is he the type that's shy and introverted, or the type that's just out and about? Yeah. You know, and I personally, I don't think you could blame him for that. But if you do have social media and you're posting on it, then I'm sorry, you have to be mindful of yourself. But you can't be mad at somebody if they take your information you're putting out some type of way.
Absolutely not. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening, whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora. You downloaded that Mendono podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Mendono, Twitter Mendono1. Shoot me an email, chris@mendono.com, or hop on the mendono.com website and shoot me a message. Call my guy. We are out.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where that. 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour? Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's why I got married, dog. You know what I'm saying? First date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole
Really?
nother
You think so?
subject. I think